Kevin, when did the prospect first come up on your radar of adding Gary to the staff?
I don't remember exactly when. I just will tell you, as from my perspective, a first-time coordinator, I would have been foolish not to go do everything in our power to bring a guy who's been in 7 Super Bowls as a player and a coach, called the plays, and the last time won the Super Bowl. So as a resource for me, again, I can't tell you how lucky I am as we're putting our system together. We talked previously about pulling it apart and putting it together. Well, as we put this together, I have a resource sitting right next to me who's done it and done it at a high level, and it's just been really pretty special.
And was it more, you knew he was available, let's try to bring him in, or we need someone in this kind of role first and then go find him?
Yeah, I don't specifically remember how that happened. I just know when it was available with Coach Zim, myself, with Rick. Again, we said this is a no-brainer. We got to make this happen.
What are some of the key things that you hope to learn from him and that you have already learned from him?
Yeah, I think not getting too specific. I'll just tell you, as a resource, Coach Kub has done it at a really high level, has called it, has coached quarterbacks. So there's times in the run game or in the pass game, it could be a play action, could be a movement where I think Coach has a unique perspective that has really, I can tell you just from being in our meeting room these past few weeks, and as we go forward, it's been really, really helpful.
How do you balance using him as a resource but also making the offense your own?
I think it's the Vikings offense. I think Coach Kub and I, again, see the game pretty similarly. And I think there's very open and honest dialogue with Coach and with Rick Dennison and Clint Kubiak. I think all of us are in there. And I should mention Coach Zim. I mean, Coach Zim sits in our meetings and gives us a different perspective. So I think that's really healthy to have that. And I can just tell you, again, having been in our room now, the dynamic is outstanding. And I'm really looking forward to our staff.
In January, you talked about the shared vision that you were going to have with Coach Zimmer. How does Gary fit into that in the role as an associate head coach with you and Coach Zimmer?
Yeah, I think I'll let Coach speak to that also, but I just think we all kind of see the game the same way. So we sat in our meeting room as a staff with Coach Zim in there and said, who do we want to be moving forward? And I think everybody, there's no secret amongst that staff where we are and what we're going to be moving forward. So again, I can just tell you that having sat in there and gone over the run game and the protections, and we've hit it all, I can just tell you that there's a very unified vision moving forward.
Kevin, how helpful is it that a lot of members of the staff have worked together in the past already, so that coming in with a baseline chemistry per se?
Correct. I think that's helpful, and I think it's helpful as we talk and as we have discussions. There's a history in a bunch of different ways with us, and I think it's a shared respect too. So I think it helps as we have our conversations and as we decide what we want to be. I think it's really helpful that everybody knows where we're coming from, and there's some respect across the board.